Hey, Edgewater. Quick, hopefully quick, update on where we're at with the quarantine, not meeting. Friday, Trump says churches are essential. I agree with him on that. What authority he has to say to Kate Brown, our governor, open up, that's to be debated. I don't know. That's outside of my realm of expertise. So I don't know. Here's what I do know. We have sent letters to our governor. Church of the Valley did. I signed it. We've been on calls with the administration. We've been meeting with our local authorities, state reps, our county commissioners. We put together a mitigation plan about how we'll utilize our facility, saying, look, we'll be super safe as any other place is. We've done all this saying, please, as kindly as we can, let us reopen, and we'll be as safe as any place that's open right now. We'll follow their same procedures. We'll be really cautious. We don't want to get anybody sick. We want to do this well. So we've done that. And the answer's been, thank you. And then nothing. Oh, yeah, thank you. And then nothing. So here's what it feels like. If you know the Apostle Paul, he gets arrested. He gets put on trial. And he goes before one king and another king and this person, if you know the end of the book of Acts. Over and over, he's brought before the governors, right? And it's the same story. Like he's a hot potato. Nobody knows what to do with him. And it's month after month goes by. And finally, Paul says, I'm done with this. And he appeals to Caesar. That's it. I'm done with these local authorities. I'm appealing to the authority. He appeals to Caesar. So what we have done is we feel like that's where we're at. And it's time to appeal to Caesar. So we have joined a lawsuit, and it's with the Alliance Defending Freedom, and it's a federal lawsuit. And it's based on the right to assemble, First Amendment, and the mandate, the Bible says, Hebrews 10, 24 and 25, that we're not to forsake the assembling of ourselves together. So we as Edgewater have said, okay, we're in on this thing, and we've joined it. It's our appeal now to Caesar. And part of my thinking is this. Restaurants can open. They can put 10 people at a table. 6 feet away, they can have 10 people at another table. Is a restaurant essential? Like, it's essential to get calories into my body. I can get those from Winco. Is it essential to have a restaurant open? I don't like this. I don't like hey, you can get 25 people together as a church. So a sanctuary that has maybe the capacity for 50 people, they can fill it 50%. Our sanctuary here that's 12,000 square feet has 2 walls that disappear. We can only put 25 people in there. You know what that'd be like? It'd be like me saying to my family, hey, since I wear size 34 pants, from now on, we're all wearing size 34 pants. One size fits all. Myron, I know you're 6. Buck up, son. You're wearing these too. You would say, that's silly. Well, this is silly. There should have been an ability for us to go to our local state officials and say, here's what we have. Here's our mitigation plan. We've submitted it. This works for us. We're as safe as any place else. But instead of having that right, we've been just, nope. Oh, that's great. And nothing happens. Week after week, month after month. And honestly, I don't think we can actually do the gospel. People can say, oh, you can preach the gospel. Why is Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, why are they called the Gospels? You know why? Because the gospel isn't me teaching the Bible. That's part of it, no doubt. The gospel is, the good news is the life of Jesus the King. That the King has come. And his life is the gospel. It's a verb. It's what he does. It's how he lives. It's his kindness. It's his compassion. It's him touching the untouchables, the ones with diseases, and loving and helping them. That's gospeling. Man, I want to get back to doing that kind of stuff. Gospeling, living it out like Jesus showed us how to live it out. Visiting the sick, going to prison. So like all that kind of stuff. That's Matthew 25. That to me is gospeling. It's how we're supposed to be living. I don't think we're able to do that right now. Okay? So we don't want to get anybody sick. We want to be super safe in this time, right? So absolutely safe. But there is a precedent being set right now with the way the churches are walking this out. And that precedent in legal terms is there's something dangerous. Because this is dangerous, churches don't meet. So in talking to lawyers, they said that's a precedent that if churches begin to do something that is deemed dangerous, they can be shut down. So hate speech could be deemed dangerous to somebody's health. And because a church is doing hate speech, whatever that might be, in the future, and it's coming for us. You talked this way about something that we consider a sin, biblically. That's unsafe. And so because it's unsafe now, we're going to shut you down. And that's a real, real danger. And so there's a legacy that we're leaving for future generations that's really important. And so we have decided as a church, as elders, we got together, we prayed, we talked about this thing. We've resisted other ones. We were invited to multiple other lawsuits. And I said, no, no, no. This one, I said, that's biblical. And that one's right. This is our time to appeal to Caesar and say federally what's happening is not wrong. So it's going to hit the books today. I want to put this out in front of you. The lawsuit is going in today. So we have joined that as a congregation, as kindly and as compassionately as possible. We've tried all the other routes we could before we took this, but now it's time to say, we're appealing to Caesar. We want to live out the gospel fully the way that we're supposed to. Safely, no doubt, with a mitigation plan in place, with numbers that are appropriate. We don't want to get anybody sick, but we want to be able to gospel, the verb, the gospel. And we believe part of that is gathering together. Just like restaurants are allowed to, we want to be able to do the same thing. We want the same right. One size does not fit all, especially when it comes to our facility. That it is, for such a time as this, we have this facility. Walls that open, fresh air that goes through. Brilliant. Brilliant. So I want you guys to be the first to know. It'll hit today and probably hit the news as well, locally and maybe nationally as well. So God bless you. We've appealed to Caesar.